Does leaflet dropping work in a state agency? Today I'm joined by Rob Smith, who is boss man of Hunters and Whitegates, responsible for over 150, 160 offices, so he knows his onions when it comes to property. Rob, does leaflet dropping work in a state agency? Talk to me.
The easy answer is yes, it does. But it's how you leaflet drop and what you leaflet drop that dictates whether it works or not. So there were many forms. Back in the day, people would drop 30,000 leaflets across the whole area.
Hi, we're an estate agent. Come and use us. Free valuations. Properties wanted.
Absolutely. 30,000 leaflets once every 3 months.
No, Rob. You send it just once.
Just send it once
Just
a
send
year.
it once.
And they expect somebody to instantly react to it when it's in.
Yeah, or, no, what they should do is keep it on the fridge for 2 years.
Yeah. Of course they'll keep it on the fridge.
Of course they will, won't they?
Yeah.
It's going in the bin, isn't it, with the kebab leaflet?
It's probably in the bin, or it's next to the pizza and the kebab house and everything else that goes in the leaflets at the same time. It goes back to my philosophy of it's persistence, it's consistency. So it's building a brand. So there's different ways of leaflet dropping. There's brand awareness, which is the long-term picture, but then you can drop leaflets that should get you a more immediate response, which are more requesting an action from the customer. I've got somebody for your house, or we've got a tenant, or what. So it's more immediate.
Or a little business card that says, give me a call.
Yes, yeah, but we remove the word urgently on it because obviously you're not allowed to do that and put fear of God into customers. So in all the years, and I was quite fortunate to work with one estate agent that was pretty good and pretty dynamic at it back in the early days, and we were brought up on leaflet dropping. Staff going out dropping leaflets.
Okay, but you said what were you dropping? You a combination of
short-term combination. So I'm not a believer anymore of mass bulk generic, I call it, leaflet drops, which is once every 3 months, 4 months, 20, 30,000. It costs a fortune, and you haven't got that repetitive brand in the customer's eyesight. So I think what we've learned, or I've learned over the years, is it's multiple ways to leaflet drop, and predominantly in a condensed area. So when I worked for my last employer, I met a self-employed or business owner from Scotland who's swore blind by doing 1,000 leaflets in 1,000 households every week for 6 weeks. So he dropped his 6,000, but he did it 1,000 every week in one location. He would get a sale board, he'd get a to let board, he'd find some business from it, and then he'd move to his next location. And then he'd let his boards and his activity provide more leads, and he'd move on to the next one. So he dropped the leaflets, he did the numbers, but he did it in a really clever way. But the secret, it's not a secret, it's blatantly obvious really, you've got to drop them in the right place where you're likely to get activity.
Yeah, I agree that it's better to post 6 times to one property than than 6 properties once.
Yeah.
And interesting, there's a school of thought to say 6 weeks, is that even long enough?
Exactly. He found it was long enough because he got enough from it.
I'd be interested to have a chat with him to see if he ever tried it at 12 weeks or 18 weeks.
Yeah, because once again, it's that persistence. But then that's followed up by, we should be doing them, or I believe we should be doing them, is you're sold in your streets and you're wanted and can you help?
Wholeheartedly.
We've got, but that's a small scale. That's a small scale. The staff can go out and drop a few, or you can get, to be fair, you can get quite a few tech companies now sending those bits and pieces out for you. So the key for me is leaflet dropping does work, but you've got to find what works where you are. But that's very heavily reliant on, are you dropping them in the right location, which is your core area? Are you dropping them in a location where people regularly sell or let? Because no point in dropping them when people move every 20 years.
True, true.
So
Home search, try that. That website tells you where the moving streets are.
So you got to drop them in the right place, and you got to drop the right leaflet, and it's and that's a trial and error, and that builds up over time. Which is why I've worked with people who love one leaflet and don't like another leaflet, but within their area they've worked out what does work, and it's, for me, it's a mixed bag of lots of different ways to leaflet, but that consistency of doing it time and time and time and time again.
Rob, thank you for your time today.
No problem.